Hello Internet. Alright, for today's video we're going to be working on the Pitster Pro. We're going to be doing a quick oil change. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go out, we're going to start it, and we're going to let the engine warm up a little bit. Alright, I guess a quick disclaimer here, I'm simply following the manufacturer's recommendations. I'll go ahead and post a link so you can download those and get also any other service tips that you want to do as far as maintenance on your machine. First thing I'm going to show you is, it's kind of hard to find on these, but the dipstick to even check the oil is right behind the exhaust right here. So this is actually where we're going to add the oil as well, and it's a little difficult to get into. So one of the things I'd recommend is getting a funnel that has a little bit of a flexible hose on the end, but you can see right there, that's where we're going to be filling it up. And if you follow down right straight from that dipstick down to the bottom, you'll see where the plug is going to be for the oil. It's going to be right underneath. So there's the dipstick right down, and then the plug to drain that oil is going to be right underneath that. Alright, maybe here's a little better angle of that. I've got my drain pan on the trailer here, just down below it. I'm going to open up the plug in that so the oil will drain in it. But that bolt is just right here. And I'm going to go ahead and use a 17mm wrench to get that off. Go, just let it drain out, fill up your bin. Alright, one thing to note is when you do change the oil, you get this plug out and there's a spring on top of it, and on top of that spring there'll be this filter. So this kind of freaks some people out because there is not, in fact there is not a oil filter like on a lot of machines. It's just this screen. So I'm going to bring this over here, and I'm just going to simply use some carburetor cleaner, some parts cleaner. I'm going to just put this in a dish, and that's what the manufacturer recommends. You just go ahead and spray it off and clean it off. I'm going to do that, and then I'll put it back in. Set those there until they dry. They do recommend changing this O-ring around here. It is the Memorial Day weekend and the store that sells these is closed, so I won't be able to get that, but we're going to go ahead and use it this time, and I'll change that next time. Alright, I simply just give this a few minutes to dry, and we're going to go ahead and put it back together that exact same way. I'll take the cap, I'll put this down in it, and then I'll stick it up inside the machine and tighten it down. Alright, once you have your plug back in, the next thing, like I say, you can pick one of these up at your local auto parts store for $5, but I like it because it's got the lid. You can kind of put it on and not spill everywhere, and swing your spout down, and then just go ahead and plug it in the hole when you're ready, and away she goes. So I've got right at 1 liter of oil in here. That's what the manual says it takes. 40 weight, or in colder climates you're going to use a 40 W20. So I'm going to fill this up, start it, check for any leaks. Once I make sure there's no leaks, we'll let it sit for 5 minutes and then check the oil level on the dipstick, and we'll be back in business.